And here we go. Zi8gzag once again up against the Swede Kapten. You can see a Zi8gzag decreasing his average guess time with every game played. I feel like, it's very rare now that he spends 30 seconds on guesses. But that's the average, of course, having been built up over the entire tournament so far. Where Kapten might be a bit slower in guessing, his win rate and precision is that much better.
Yeah, these are insane stats on Kapten side. 67% win rate with a 61% precision rate. Just tells you how consistent Kapten is.
It does. Definitely does. Are there anything in terms of strengths and weaknesses that you see from these players that could play well into one another? You can see here Kapten still sat outside of that top 10, but we're just talking, 4 points between the two. So
we do.
1.5 good game, and he's back up there.
Yeah, definitely. Both players who don't really main moving at all. They are both more no move or NPC players. I feel like, especially Zi8gzag is known to spam a lot of NPC games. So not really much, not really a strong feel on the moving game for either side. So let's see what's gonna happen here, and they are gonna play it in a no-move fashion, where they don't really look for these signs or clues around the corner.
I think in this round in particular, there wasn't really a whole lot of info to go by. Kapten tried to move up the street initially, but all he saw was one trailer parked in the middle of nowhere, where there wasn't really a whole lot of info available. But now, this time around, maybe they'll get a little bit extra of it.
Yeah, we are in Austria with these signs. We have a town sign, which will also give you the somewhat bigger city which it belongs to. I don't think it did, but
it did.
Now we have better signs.
It did say goulash.
Well,
yeah. I'm just not sure if that was the name of a place or just the fact there was a restaurant around the corner.
We are in the village of goulash there. Let's just assume it was. And we move on to round 3 already in this moving game. We are in Kapten's home country. We have these short dashed lines. The red Google car visible.
Zi8gzag knows he's got to play fast on this one. Don't want to give Kapten any advantages in Sweden. He's going to go down towards the south. We'll see if you get anything with that. Might as well, if you're given the 15 seconds extra from Zi8gzag, take that extra time. Goes close to Växjö. We'll see if he's going to be close with it. Actually, a bit further south than that in Kristianstad. As, I guess 8 damage, is as much
Sweet
as you can expect to see come through here.
Yeah. Sweden is pretty hard to region guess, especially in a forest. So not really something you do expect, but it does happen if they go by the standard plunk in the central south.
True. Kapten, according to prediction, the better America guesser. We'll see if
we have
feels
an area
this
code.
time around. Zi8gzag is again, trying to beat MK in the guessing time.
Ooh, we have a Canada guess from Kapten. It is the US though, and it is
Colorado.
And in Kapten's defense, there's nothing looking like BC, like British Columbia, until you're in Colorado, where it starts looking like British Columbia again.
Did he not have the US, the big waving US flag? I think especially these days, Canada don't have a lot of US flags waving.
Yep, that was on Zi8gzag's screen, I think.
Oh, it was, okay.
If we saw it on Kapten's screen. But yeah, definitely helping. And as I said, I have seen a lot of... me myself, I guessed British Columbia and Colorado plenty of times. I don't know why these two look so much alike, so really not to blame Kapten here. But yeah, Zi8gzag
not at all.
Getting the right information down to confirm it's Colorado. He does know his area codes in the US, and that definitely helped him to close out the game by guessing the right state.
For sure. Into game number 2 we go, into no move. As we head into Yucatan Peninsula. It's going to be close on both of them. Kapten, though, a little bit closer. Despite Zi8gzag again, he is guessing instantly. And getting this close is incredibly impressive from Zi8gzag.
Yeah, definitely. Very sandy soil, especially with those thin trees along the road. I would say Yucatan is one of the most recognizable areas of the world. Because you always get it without any signs, without information. It is Yucatan. It just looks like it. Like one of the
Just the
places
vibe.
where you always see the pros getting Yucatan correct without any information because, yeah, it is the vibes that are very strong in Yucatan.
With that, this one being a close affair as well, almost tied in points now as we head on into round number 3. Once again, we're out in the open. Had it just been moved, there might have been more info available. There is a bit of a gate down there at the end, but not a whole lot more than that.
We are reaching the end of the road here. Indeed, there was a sign. I couldn't really tell what it is. The production did put me down to 720p, I think, for that one. So I
we
can
need the
make
4K resolution in order to be able to see what that says.
Well, then, surely then I would have known where we are exactly. Yes. But that sign does look more like a US sign. I don't know what it is. It could be maybe some unique sign just for the entrance of the park.
Could be.
But yeah, definitely looking more northern with these trees. A lot of these big pines.
Both in and around Ottawa.
Yeah, does make sense. Yep, Ontario can look like this. But it was Quebec instead.
Yep, not too far off.
Yeah. I mean, not too far off in terms of it's the province right next to it, but it's still 700 kilometers.
Yeah,
yep.
Pretty big country. Pretty big country. As we now go out into the open once more. This time around, a little easier to tell, at least the country, guaranteed. As this vehicle should give you the info that you need.
It does. I don't know if it's the road Zigzag is on, because the angle is off. We are driving northwest on this stretch. So yeah,
5Ks?
I thought we are more west in the country, so I like his guess more now.
Any 5Ks?
Anything around Atirao. I thought
he's looking for it.
South. I mean, the angle does change on both sides of the road, so it could just be a tricky angle, and we are actually on that road around Kizilorda, where he was initially. You can have that angle there, but it's only a couple short stretches where that does make sense.
I like where Kapten is currently positioned a bit further towards the south, down by the water. That has a kind of that swing going in there. We'll see if any of them is going to be exactly on point. Nope, just a bit further south of where Zi8gzag was, as a matter of fact. And it's going to be big damage come through onto Kapten. So even though he was in the nearby facility in terms of the southwestern part of the country, just like with Canada, it's still 800 kilometers away.
Yeah, definitely was gettable with the angle, I would say, but I've also mentioned that there could be some evil angles sneaking in that stretch of the Northwest Road where it could have made sense, and Kapten went for it, getting punished by that. And we move over to this round. We have... what is it played? Is it a long or a short plate? I mean, it should be Brazil. Looking at this town down there, with a lot of that brick used. The vegetation looks southern. So
Zi8gzag goes north of Sao Paulo here. How do you like that guess?
Anything from Sao Paulo down to even Santa Catarina does make sense to me.
Okay, so this could be a game type.
Definitely.
Type location. Big enough distance in between the two. No easy tells on the vehicle in front. It's not a Nigerian follow car, so we're not going to get the free info off of that. But even with that, they are pretty close to one another. Both sat there on the northwestern side of Sao Paulo. They're both going to get their guesses in simultaneously, and both going to be almost equally far from the location. But once again, it's going to be Zi8gzag closer, sitting Kapten down now under 1K.
Yeah, playing it out safe here. No one's really committing, and it was indeed in that right rough area. And we move on to a Japan round. We have some interesting looking rock walls here. Well, you see them all over Japan, to be honest. But I think it's a Kansai region pole top there.
Okay.
So we should be somewhere around Osaka, and Zi8gzag did spot that fork to get the right region. It should be. I'm already saying it is the right region because I know that pole top, but Kapten is also there and was on the northern side of Osaka in Hyogo, which also still belongs to the Kansai region.
Yeah, small but needed strike back from Kapten here. Can't let it get too far out of hand, as he's already down 1-0. He would really like to take it into NMPC as we now sit zooming in on this one. I thought initially
Yeah,
Zigzag thought we were
took
playing
his
NPC
time.
because he wasn't moving at all.
He took his time to pan around, and panning around makes this location way easier, as we see the Italian bollard right behind us. So you know we are in Italy. It doesn't look too far northern, but at the same time it doesn't look too far southern. So anything in the stretch from where Zigzag is with his pin all the way to around the Italy label is something I do consider here. Maybe even Tuscany is possible, which they both have covered more or less. So let's see where it turns out.
South side of Milan is where Zigzag is permanently positioned. We got one further towards the southern side. You can see Zigzag, joy in his eyes, knowing that he won this one. Fist bumps in the air as well as he 2-0's Kapten, feeling confident about that one. Back-to-back wins here for Zi8gzag today, starting off the day really well.
Yeah. I mean, 4 games, 4 wins for Zi8gzag for today so far. Getting the Po Valley there is very, very impressive. We had some good hills, some good sized hills, which you don't usually get there. It's just a couple areas